Morning, sixth graders. Today is Tuesday, September 8th, 2020, and today is technically a science recorded day. So this should be the third recorded day of the school year, but it's actually our first because I did do the live sessions last week, Tuesday and Wednesday. So for today and tomorrow, you are watching recorded lessons of what is going on in science class. The expectation is you still will do science homework and work on science-related content today. It is just that we will not be doing it all together at the same time. So as you can see on the screen right now, I happen to have my second hour A-Day science class up in Google Classroom, and I'm just going to use second hour's Google Classroom to walk you through what you need to do today and kind of get you started a little bit on activity 4. So the first thing that I'd like you to notice is that in the stream, I did give you a to-do list. And so I actually post one of these just about every day. And so it says by tomorrow morning, these are the things that you should have finished. So the first thing you need to make sure you do is read through the PowerPoint that SEPUp provides. Or that I edited for you from SEPUp. And then I would actually read through the whole thing. I would just read it and think about it and kind of get it all in my head. Kind of like previewing a chapter in a textbook. You kind of look at the major headings and the sections to see what it's all going to be about, and then go back to the beginning and start answering the questions in your Google slide presentation. The expectation is that you do all slides and that you answer all questions. If you get stuck, please come to office hours or send me an email. I am clearly in my classroom today, and so I will answer emails as quickly as I can. As I am doing other things. And so I am also making more videos for you, and I am grading work that you have turned in to give you feedback on them, and I have meetings I have to attend. So there are things that I am doing during the day, but I will try to get back to you as quickly as I can if you send me a question. It helps very much if you include either the slide number or the question itself, so I know where to direct you for information or where to find an answer or how to help you find that answer that you're looking for. So again, the first thing you're going to do is preview through the SEPUp PowerPoint and then actually kind of start going back to it from the beginning. This is another recorded lab activity that had we been face-to-face, you would be doing in class. But since that's not an option and there wasn't a way to get you all the supplies, we're going to have to watch the lab sent video on how it's going. So the SEPUp PowerPoint is set up so that if you were to do the lab yourself, you would have all the information which you needed to do it. I think that's helpful because if you read through that, then you have an idea and you better understand what you're watching as you watch the video. So then that also brings me to number 2, which is watch the SEPUp lab sent video of the Shake the Shot lab. So you want to read through the PowerPoint, you want to watch the video, you need to answer all the questions in the Google slide presentation or your science notebook. You also need to answer the question that is posted below. This is how I'm taking attendance today. To know that if you are in class or not is if you respond to this question. So if you don't respond, then I will be marking you absent today in Infinite Campus. And so the question is right below. So here's the beginning of the stream. Here's your to-do list. I scroll down here. It says Tuesday, September 8th. Answer this question by posting below in the class comment line. So the question is, what are some examples in your everyday life where kinetic energy of motion is transformed into thermal energy? So thermal energy is different than potential energy. Thermal energy is the fancy way of saying heat energy. So what are some ways where kinetic energy or energy of motion, so things that are moving, that energy is changed into thermal or heat energy? And you're going to type your answer where it says add class comment. So in my second hour class that has 29 students, I should see 29 class comments. Please make sure that your comment is answering the question and is only answering the question so that, again, I am using this as also taking attendance today. That is for all classes. So if you're in first hour, you're going to be in your first hour science class. The comment will be in the same spot and the question will be in the same spot, as is for fifth hour as well. So you'll log into your fifth hour science class and then go to the comment or question and then add your answer where it says add class comment. For your classwork, then it says to add to your vocabulary Google Notebook slide presentation. I know I've been getting some questions about this, so I'm going to explain it in a little bit more detail in about 45 seconds. And then you again have to take the exit ticket for the Shake the Shot and then check over any returned work. I graded a lot of work over the weekend. So any work actually that was turned in for activity 1 or activity 2 was graded over the weekend and you got feedback. You either got feedback on individual slides where it says click here for speaker comments or for notes on the bottom of the slide, or you got general feedback also where you got how many points you earned out of either 40, 5, 10, 30. Everything was worth a different point value. You can look in your grades. If you look under your grades or your classwork, you can see how much each assignment is worth. So then look over, if you have anything that's marked as missing, you need to make sure you turn it in. If you have anything that is missing that isn't finished, you need to do it. Turning in a blank assignment will not earn you any credit. All I will do is send it back to you and ask you to fill it out. So if you think like, oh, I'll just mark it as done so it's not missing anymore, I will see that none of the questions are answered. I will send it back to you without any points. So you won't earn any points on your work if you don't at least try to answer all the questions. So where is all this work? It's under classwork. So if you click on classwork, sorry that this is already live for you for activity 5. This is actually what we're doing tomorrow. I tried a new way of doing things and it didn't let me save it as a draft. It just immediately released it to you. Don't worry about it. So activity 5 is tomorrow. I will explain that tomorrow. All right, so we scroll down, important resources, general information. Here's where I'm going to find my vocabulary notebook. So it says vocabulary and driving question board. So if I click on the assignment tab that says energy vocabulary notebook, I'm going to find a copy of science vocabulary words. These are the definitions, the dictionary definitions of the words. And then here is my slide presentation. So I need to click and open this. And when I open this up, I'm going to see that I have my vocabulary words for my different lessons. So I have energy efficiency. I need to find the book definition. I can copy and paste that. I could Google it. I can use the resource right here. If it is in here, I can use this. Otherwise, it is also going to be in the Sept PowerPoints. So if I look in the Sept PowerPoints, I have key vocabulary. If it is a highlighted word, it is new. If it is not highlighted, like in this, if I go all the way to the end where it gives me the definitions. So energy transformation, this is not a new word for activity 4. So here is the definition of energy transformation. Here, pattern is a new vocabulary word, so it is bolded. But here are the dictionary definitions of the vocabulary words. So I can just copy and paste where I see the word. I can just click copy and paste, and that's my dictionary definition. Now I have to write it in my own words. So what does that mean to me? What does it remind me of? So is energy efficiency, does it remind me of using my time wisely so I don't have to spend extra hours on my homework? How can I use it? So what does energy efficiency mean to me? And then upload a picture. So to find a picture, you can go to Insert, Image, and then I usually search the web. And then if I search the web, I get a little Google search over here, and I can just type in energy efficiency. And then I can pick a picture that makes sense to me. So maybe the idea of that light bulb is good because like I think of energy efficient light bulbs. So maybe I like this one. If I just click on the picture, it will say selected. And then if I click on insert, it takes sometimes, see, it says it's creating the image. Now I have a picture. Now I can just resize it. Click and drag. Oh, let's try that again. If it will let me. All right, I don't want to highlight everything. I want to click and drag on the corner of the picture, and then it doesn't make it a weirdly resized, but then now here's my picture of what energy efficiency means to me. Okay, so you're going to do this for, I'm just going to delete this so not everyone has the same picture on their notebook. So you can see it says activity 1. So these are words that were in activity 1. There are a lot of words in activity 2 because it goes through the scientific method. So you want to make sure that you're really using this copy of the science vocabulary, has all of your dictionary definitions for the scientific design process. So there are a lot of words for activity 2. I keep going through activity 2, but it will help you because we're going to be designing another experiment today. Then we have activity 3, and then we get to activity 4. So by the time you come to class tomorrow, you should have the first slides done for activities 1, activities 2, activities 3, and activity 4. So if this is the first time you're looking at this notebook, you have a little bit of catch-up work you have to do. Okay, so you have a little bit of time that you need to spend finding your vocabulary words. This will be graded when we finish activity 7. So when we get halfway through the unit, I will be collecting these, and meaning that I'm going to open up everybody's file, and you're going to get a points. And so you're going to get points for activities 1 through 7, and then I'll collect it again at the end of the unit, where I'll look at your words from activity 8 through activity 15. So turn it in if you are done with the words, and I can check them out. Otherwise, if you do not turn in this assignment, it's fine, because then you can keep working on it. But I will be collecting it after activity 7. So after, oh, look, there's no new words in activity 6. That's exciting. So after the word temperature, or slide 32. So it will be graded after slides 1 through 32 will be a grade, and then slide 33 through 48, which, ooh, look, there's no new words for activity 14 and 15. So through 48 is the end of your slides. Okay, so that's your vocabulary notebook. Again, it's under classwork. It's the Energy Vocabulary Notebook, and it's found under the Vocabulary and Driving Questions board. Right? So here's activity 4. This is what you're working on today. Here is activity 4 that has the Step Up PowerPoint. It has the link to the labs aid. So this is the video. It doesn't come up all fancy or anything, but this is the video of the lab. Here is your student notebook where you're going to add in all your questions. And then this is a PDF file to help you understand what a system is. So this activity is looking at what is the system of energy. This is just going to take a little too long to open up right now, but it is a visual aid. There is nothing to answer. There are no questions that you need to answer on it. It's just to look at and go, oh, okay, that's what you were talking about. So it's just it's something that I would have shown you in class. I would have brought up and went like, hey, let's look at this, and it will help you answer the questions in here. Here is the activity exit ticket. So when you are done, oh, one person already turned it in. I hope they have everything else turned in. This should be the very, very last thing you do, okay? Because this is where I'm looking to see if you understand the activity or not. Do you understand the overall guiding question of the activity? So please keep this to be the last thing that you do. You only get one shot at it. Right? You only get to take it once. And so if you do it before you start anything, then you're doing it before you've learned the activity or learned the information rather than at the end. It is not meant as a pre-test. It is meant as a post-test. Okay, so please make sure you wait until you've done all of this. So my concern is that this doesn't say 1 turned in. And so it's very possible that whoever did this one in this class, I will just return it to you and make you do it over. Okay, so please make sure your exit activity is the last thing that you do. Again, make sure you have everything done for activity 3, activity 2, and activity 1, and that does include the student sheet 1.1. So in my second hour, there's only 3 of you who have done it. So this goes all the way back to the first activity, and I know that it says that it's due October 2nd, but that's your final copy. I can't give you any feedback if you don't start it. Right? So I don't know what your questions are unless you start this and look at it and ask me a question about it. Otherwise, this is a major assignment that's due at the end of the quarter. So October 2nd is the last day of our quarter for A-day classes. So this is a big final project. And so if you wait till the last day to do it, that's not being a very good student. So please make sure that you start this and look at it and turn it in so that I can give you credit for what you're doing, and I can make sure that you're going in the right direction. If you need help, please come to office hours so that I can help you. I can't stress enough that you need to make sure that you're turning in your work with your best effort. I will be starting to make phone calls home today with people that have missing work. So if you would like to avoid a phone call home, I suggest that you start turning in the work that you need to do. There are some of you that have not turned in anything from last week. And so that's a lot of assignments. I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 things that you haven't done. And we're just going to keep adding more. You have 2 more today. You're going to have 3 more tomorrow. So please, if you need help, come ask me. Come to my office hours or send me an email. But the expectation is that you're working for 45 minutes to an hour every day on science. If you have any questions, come see me. Otherwise, have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.